What up, world? Rain Media and Exclaim TV bring to you another dope episode of Sweet 16s, where we get your favorite artists to spit the sweetest lyrics they ever wrote. We had a whole lot of superstars on our show so far, but right now, we got the God. Now you gotta understand, lyrically, for most of us, we all grew up on this, Wu, yes, but he grew up on other people too, and that's what I wanna find out today, and what influenced him. So before I get into anything else, without further ado, the God, the chef.
What up, soldier?
What up, fam?
If I ain't rocking emeralds and Bentleys, I'm coolin' in Poughkeepsie. Me, shorty, new Glock.
Good. Like, I don't even know where to start, but I do want to start. Let's take it back to F.I.L.A. Okay, I want to take it back. We was just talking about old school joints and what they playing right now and what you grew up on.
That's the foundation.
A lot of people don't realize that hip hop was we would break dance into disco and to R&B and to all that stuff. So let's go back to there. Put yourself there. When did you first encounter hip hop?
For me, I'll literally say about 83, 84. I was like a young boy, you know, like I'm talking about just becoming a teenager. And I heard Rapper's Delight, you know, and at that time, you know, that's the time where your mom started letting you outside and shit. She was like, yo, bring your ass in before that light come on outside. That sign light come on. If you ain't have your ass in the house before that light come on, your ass is grass. So for me, I had to take advantage of that time. And you know, music was always big in our neighborhoods. You know, it was crews running around. This is back when I was a lad now. Now I'm just sitting here just watching like clothes, break dancers, you know, addicts, dealers, you know, all this is going around in my world. The environment was always filled with music. And you know, I had uncles and aunts that was into it heavy, and I would just be around them and they'd be doing their thing, doing their 1-2s, and I'm in the mix, and the music was always the happiness out of everything. So the music kind of always was in my environment, and you know, like I said, it was just something that it was hereditary for me.
So when did you decide to write your own?
We started writing early, man, like around.
Okay, hold on. You said we.
Yeah, meaning like my crew, like the dudes I ran with when I got.
Okay, so now I got all to my question because this is okay.
He wanted to know.
I'm part of a group called Brass. I joined it later on, but they have all of them have a similar style because same thing. They grew up together, started rhyming together. It happens naturally. So when did it start? When did you first put the pen to the paper? When did you first decide? Okay, I can do this.
Okay, well, you know, it goes back to, like I said, being able to be outside at a certain time, and you know, you got friends and homeboys that everybody is just out there doing whatever they want to do. And what made me want to pick it up is the fact that I seen dudes around us picking the microphone up. You know, and you know, I can recall back in the days when they used to have this thing called Park Hill Day, where that day would be a day where, you know, all the musicians, the DJs, artists, whatever, everybody come out, you know, and pay homage to our neighborhood. So I would be at the turntables and be looking over and watching this one MC and that one. And you know, I would never want to step up and feel like I could do it, but I love the energy of being around it. But what made me pick it up is the crew that I was hanging with. You know what I mean? I was hanging with a bunch of dudes every day, and somebody either was a DJ or somebody was an MC. And then we all would MC, you know what I'm saying? And we would do it in the staircases and boom. And you know, like I said, I might have had 8 bars. Came in, shot my little 8 and got back out. But it was just a whole movement together. So for me, it was more like a hobby at first.
You remember your first rhyme?
Nah, I can't. That's
don't worry, man. People I ask that they don't remember.
It's tough to remember them, but
what I want to know is, how did this Wu style? That's what I'm getting to. I feel like you and Ghost got the most similar style, like the pocket. You know what I mean? And that pocket, to me, kind of separated you. And like I find like you rhyme. You're not just talking. You kind of make statements. Every line is a statement. It's not like, you know what I mean? It's not like I'm just rambling.
It's serious.
It's serious and it's potent. That wasn't there before like that, before Wu, you know, be honest.
Nah, I get what you're saying, and
so,
I'm gonna break it down. I got you. Not to cut you off, but you know, I think like you said, even when Wu-Tang was emerging, I always felt like I never had a Wu-Tang style, because the way they was rhyming back then, RZA and his cousins, Old Dirty Bastard, you know what I mean, the Jizza, they always incorporated that kind of flow and that kind of bounce in their music, where it was like, okay, I could get it, but I was just rhyming about the streets.
Yeah.
You know, and that was the chamber that they elected for me, because they knew, yo, that's what he do.
That's kind of why I gravitated to you too in that.
And you know, I brought that style to the table with the crew, but you know, that's what made Wu-Tang so unique, because everybody has own different styles. Like Meth, he can rhyme fast. A lot of people don't know Meth is a great flower.
Yeah.
Not only being a wordsmith, but a great flower. And then you got Jizza, who says the most intriguing words and putting them together. And then you got RZA, you know, dropping the science or you know what I mean? It just made us all better, because we all took a piece of something from each other. And my style was, like you said, the reality rap. Me and Ghost being able to, you know, talk about that life and live it at the same time.
Yeah.
Not like other cats wasn't living it, but we was really living it. So Ghost, even though Ghost will tell you to today, yo, Chef enlightened my rhymes.
Word.
With saying the things that I said, and I think that RZA seen that in both of us, and then we just had our own pocket. You know, but
nice.
My thing always been from day one, I was a team player MC. I wasn't never a person that was dwelling on it or banking off of being a solo artist. That shit just happened.
So what's your process like? You sit down,
My process,
you get an idea first, or you
my process is just to go in there and feel the music. You know,
okay, so you got the music first?
Yeah, I think for me, it's that I've been so involved with music and hip hop and respecting the culture so much that when it's time for me to get up in the room and get up in the booth, I hear the beat and then I go where it tells me to go from there. So it ain't like I'm coming in with a big bag of rhymes.
Yeah.
Not like it's something wrong with that, because you got artists out there that
do that, yeah.
Come in with their books.
I heard Matt does that too.
I mean, you know,
I've
never really seen their books before, but I know dudes writing they, you know, but me, I write on a pizza box. I write on the back of a, you know, paper plate or whatever, but, you know, I think it's just about me with the energy that once I'm in the room and I see brothers is moving and shaking, my mind start working. And the next thing you know, that first line that come out, that's going to determine where I'm going to go. It's always the first the first line
is mad important.
First line, you like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So even when we wrote Protect Your Neck, you know, I was just there for the get down. I'm like this, in the back cooling. When it's time to get on, it's like, oh shit, have your shit together.
Yeah.
So I always been that kind of MC.
Actually, I got to Protect Your Neck story. I was in Queens when I was a kid, and I found a tape on the ground. I think it was a white one.
All right, the Wu, you talking about?
They had Protect Your Neck on one side and Method Man on the other side.
Oh yeah, that's
It was
the
the recording where I could hear everybody in the background, like not just in the intro, through the verses.
Yeah.
On Method Man, I could hear people talk, which made it ill to me. You know what I mean? And at the time, I didn't even know who it was.
Wow.
You know, I didn't know nothing about it. I was just a kid, you know, visiting family.
You heard
in
that,
Queens.
y'all? He said he found it on the floor.
I found it on the ground. That's how I came in. And after it was a wrap after that. I came back here and nobody knew about it. So
that's deep though, to just find it and
yeah,
that's real. That's how things happen, man.
Well, so every time you ask influence, I know it's gonna come up. But do you have any top fives that you could say off the top?
Yo, my top five is definitely from the generation before me.
Yeah.
But my influences was definitely, like you said, I call them influentials because that's what they were to me. They were influentials. They was people that I needed. That it was like a vitamin to hear Raekwon. It was a vitamin to hear Slick Rick. You know, because not only they was rhyming their ass off, but they had stories, they had wordplay, they had wittiness, they had bars, they had lines, you know what I mean?
And they had style too.
Yeah, they had style and clothes, teach you how to dress. And when you got all of that in your system and then you become that artist down the line, it's like almost saying, yo, I went to practice every day to shoot the ball, to be a good shooter on the court. That's how I did my thing.
So you find like, you know, this show is about lyrics.
I see. That's why we talking about the mecca of
that's why I wanted to go back to the
MC.
story without even just talking about, you know, who's your favorite lyrics. I want to know, and what we want to know is, do you have a lyric that you could say is your hottest 16, your sweetest 16?
My illest 16 is just, it's crazy, B. It's like, because it's a lot of rhymes, man.
Yeah.
You know, it depends where you want to go. Storytelling, freestyling.
Well, I'm a storyteller, so you can give me your best storytelling. people?
Oh yeah, well you know I
released
could,
or unreleased?
I can hit you with those easy. You know, C.R.E.A.M was visual.
Oh hell
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Of course, you know Yayo. You know I had this song called Yayo.
Yeah.
I got this joint called Friday. You know where I was giving you a Friday night in the summertime. It's hot. All type of shit is going on. What's that? 3 right there.
Yeah.
You know I did a song called For all the countries in the world, all the places in the world. I forgot what I called it, but I named every city, every state, like showing love. I can't even name my 5.
Okay, wait, listen.
It's like,
so give me one. Give me, if you could spit one for the people. Just one.
One.
Pick one out of the 5 that you already said.
I would say, you know, it would have to be C.R.E.A.M because C.R.E.A.M was the most realist.
I tell you, that's
to
one of
me
my
at
favorites.
the time.
Yeah.
I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side. Staying alive was no job. I had second hands. My mom's bounced on old man. So then we moved to Shaolin Land, a young youth. Rocking a gold tooth. You know, back in the day, you had gold in your mouth. You was getting some kind of paper. You know what I'm saying? Logos.
Yeah.
Only way I began to G off was
drugs, dude.
But let's start it like this, son, rolling with this one and that one. See how it goes all the way back to what I was telling you? Like, it was a collector. Pulling out gats for fun, but it was just a dream for the teen who was a fiend. Started smoking wools at 16 and running up in gates and doing shit for high stakes, making my ways off fire escapes. That's how we got out of there. No question I was speed for cracks and weed. The combination made my eyes bleed. No question I would flow off and try to get the dough off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a mission, you know? that's part of that good 16 right there. Word up.
Yo, all I can say is,
Real
it was
life,
a blessing, man.
Nah, good topic, man.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Sweet 16, that's real.
I hope to have you back on the show too, because we didn't
yeah.
get a chance to fully build. I got so much I want to ask you. I'm just trying not to be too greedy.
Nah.
See me getting pulled in now, but all I can say, yo, thank you for being on the show, man.
Nah, good shit. Yo, Sweet
respect.
16. Respect, you know what it is.
I'm King Rain, Exclaim TV, Rain Media, the God. Sweet 16s. Peace, y'all.
Salute.
I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times side.
Hey, that was another dope episode of Sweet 16s. All I can say is the God was in the house. He gave us, he dropped some real knowledge on us. And all you lyricists out there, I hope you got something from it. All I can say is I got something from it, and I hope to have him back on the show. That's like an 8-day vacation type building session that we need to have. But I'll have him back on the show. Let me know how y'all felt about the episode. Let me know if you have your own Sweet 16. Let me know who you feel should be on our show. But while you're doing that and dropping it in the comments below, go check out our last episodes. We got a lot of dope episodes that came out. Y'all need to go see that. I go by the name of King Rain, Rain Media, Exclaim TV. Check me out on Instagram, King Rain the First, King Rain, TAT, the number 1 ST. And we out, man. Peace.